Hello, 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 and welcome to this live broadcast. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here today. When you come on to this live broadcast, make sure that you say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. I want to acknowledge you for being here. I always want to acknowledge you for being here. Whether you're watching me live on my Facebook page, Skip LaCour page, you're watching me on my YouTube channel, at Skip LaCour. You're watching in a replay, whether you came here from my Twitter, Skip LaCour, Instagram, Skip LaCour, LinkedIn. I'm just so glad you're here. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what you're loving about our connection. The mindset, the training strategies, the eating strategies, what we do here in Workouts for Older Men Live. Whether I do it during this live broadcast, whether you're watching the replay and you post your questions, your comments, your suggestions, to say hello after it's been posted and replayed. Whether it's today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, I'm always going to acknowledge you for being here. Thank you so much. If you're new, we have a lot of men who are a little bit older, busy, productive life. You found your home here for the fitness information that you need to break through all the confusion, frustration, and overwhelm. I want to take a quick moment to introduce myself. My name is Skip LaCour. I'm a coach, I'm a speaker, I'm an author. I coach men just like you. I specialize in helping men just like you, a little bit older. You got some success in other areas of your life, your business, your family, and now maybe for the first time, you want to take your fitness to the next level. Got to pay more attention to it. Maybe you used to do it 20 years ago. You were really into it. Coming back, got to fit it back into your life. You want to become the total package, right? Health, fitness, the mental makeup, family, right? Your legacy. That's what we think about when we're a little bit older, right? Got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Got to live with that sense of urgency. Again, that total package, both inside and outside of the gym. I specialize in helping men like you become that total package and get total control, get more certainty and confidence as you move forward with the most effective and efficient training strategies and eating strategies. Get you what you want without disrupting your whole life. Can't be all in maybe like you used to, or like these younger passionate fitness experts, right? You got more on your plate, but you want to be fit, and you found your home here. In this quick video, I want to talk about those man boobs, how to get rid of your man boobs. All right? It's so frustrating. I know that maybe you're working out in the gym. You look way better than most men your age. All right? You go to the gym, you watch what you eat, you watch videos like this. Visit my skiplacour.com website, my YouTube channel. Right? You're taking in the information. Right? You're using that mindset that made you successful in your family and business. You just can't break through all this confusion, overwhelm. You're doing the work. You look better than most men your age. But think about it. They're not even working out. Right? So it's a compliment to you. But the competition at this age, you going at it, right? It's not too stiff, right? So you're paying attention. You know you're doing better than most. A lot of people compliment you for looking good, but you want to look better. You're in that top 20%, but you want to get in the top 5%, right? You're putting this much effort into it. And, your arms look good, your legs look good, but you just got those man boobs. You look great in your clothes. You're not fat, right? Can't lose the man boobs, and you're wondering, what's it going to take to finally get rid of those? And that's what I want to talk about in today's Workouts for Older Men Live. All right, so let's talk about what it isn't going to take. Maybe it's a smart guy like you kind of puts the thinking together. Well, what chest exercises can I do to focus on tightening up the chest, right? Relatively lean. Right? Why do I have those man boobs, right? What exercises, what order, how often should I use those chest exercises to get rid of my man boobs? What about the rep range? I heard if I do a lot of reps with those certain chest exercises, that'll get rid of the man boobs, or that may be what you're thinking, right? I know what you're thinking, right? I help men like you all day long. I talk all week long, all month long, all right? And I know smart guys, like they run into those patterns, and maybe that's what you hear out there from those younger, passionate fitness experts, or it could be what your perception, your interpretation of what they're saying. Let me tell you what it's not going to be. It's not going to be in your exercise routine. I don't care what chest exercise you saw me using, this machine, all right, for chest exercise. Great machine to work the muscles, to overload the muscles, to build those chest muscles, development, right? But those man boobs, it's fat, right? When we get a little bit older, it seems to collect there, right, in the middle, right, the love handles, all right? It makes us have that, what I call that barrel body, where it's all rounded off. We don't have that V taper because of the love handles. You know, some are sometimes flat. Maybe they protrude. But again, your arms look lean. You're watching what you eat. It's just where it goes when we get a little bit older. All right? Genetic conditions as we age, and I don't care what kind of shape you're in. Those man boobs, that seems like the first place the fat goes on, and the last place it comes off, even if you're lean, especially compared to most people. Your arms look good, your legs look good. All right? So all the exercises in the world, so you can look through all the chest exercise. You can put them in the right order, whatever that would be, and train it once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Right? You can do high reps, low reps, or everything in between. And you're not going to get rid of the man boobs that way. What it is your diet. It's your diet, right? And you may be saying, hey, well, I eat great. All right? Well, there's a price to pay if you're in that top 20%, and when you look around, you're in there, and you want to get to the top 10%. Your standards when it comes to nutrition, your ability to follow through, even though it's great to get you to this stage, it's going to take a little bit more. Sometimes it's a little counterintuitive. So number one, it's not your training routine. It's not the exercise. It's not the order of the exercise. It's not the rep scheme. Those aren't going to help you get rid of those man boobs. All right? It's the absence of body fat. You got to get leaner. And even if you're lean, you got to get leaner to get rid of those man boobs, because that's where it seems to collect when you get a little bit older. All right? So it's going to be that diet. Right? You may have to raise your standards. We all start at different levels of understanding and execution. Right? Let me tell you 3 organizing principles that if you want to get in that top 5%, you're doing all this work, you want to lose the man boobs, even though you look better than most. There are 3 things that you're going to have to do. Now, look, I'm not one of those guys. I give you effective and efficient strategies as you're an older man. I respect your busy life. I live that life too. I want to do the least amount of work and look the best so I can keep my entire life intact. I want to be that total package. I know you do too. That's what's attractive about this message rather than going all extreme. Right? But there are things that you have to do. And you know what? Weighing your food, meal prep Sunday, putting in containers all week long, walking around with a water jug, those type of things, eating precisely on time, pre-workout, post-workout meals, stop everything what you're doing on the hour, 6 times a day. You don't have to do that to look great. I don't do those things, right? I did them back when I was that passionate fitness expert, okay? Those aren't the things that you need to do to lose those man boobs, right? So if you're being overwhelmed thinking you got to do all these things like the extreme fitness experts to lose the man boobs, to lose the fat, and you're not even addressing it, you don't have to do that. But there are 3 organizing principles that you have to do. One, you have to know how many calories that you're eating. You can't just eat clean. The calories, energy, right? Stoking that metabolism. You got to know how many calories you eat, right? You can't just gas. You can't just say you're clean. You would be surprised how many smart men who are really doing this have no idea how many calories you eat, right? It's the price of admission. It's an organizing principle. It's a must-do no matter how hard you're training in the gym, how well you eat compared to most, how lean you already are. If you want to lose the man boobs, we got to use that starting point. Right? There's apps all over the internet, MyFitnessPal, that can really help you. But you got to know where you're starting from. Many men are eating more calories than they think, and they don't understand. Some are eating far, far less, and their metabolism has stopped, and it's not going to lose the tough body fat if they're not eating enough food. But they don't even know that because they don't know how many calories that they eat. Okay, the second thing is when you know how many calories and you get in that range, and that's, I can help you with that. If you go to skiplecore.com/diet, you'll see some of my eating strategies, right? It's different for everybody what that maintenance level, the calories that you need to eat, and then the deficit you need to create. There's computerized apps to guesstimate it, right? But we're all different, right? But when you find that amount of calories that is the right amount to keep that metabolism going and help you gradually lose the tough body fat, you're going to have to follow through to get in that top 10%, way better than most, right? You're going to have to follow through on a consistent basis, right? Eating that same amount of calories that you've already discovered is the right amount for you. Does that mean 6 out of 7 days, 5 out of 7 days? Who knows, 13 out of 14 days, you got to be consistent. All right? That's another organizing principle. And the third one is when you find the right foods, the right meals that fit into this plan and you're consistent with it, you know how many calories you eat. You know, the men who are the most successful, they don't look at food as a source of entertainment. Right? So they find the meals that work, and they'll eat probably the same meals 60 to 70% of the time because it's just for efficiency. They save the more entertaining meals, comforting meals, or the meals that connect, maybe for nights, a couple nights a week with their family, right, or on the weekends, right? But a lot of times the same boring meals that work, right, are efficient. They eat that like 60 to 70% of the time. So if you want to lose the man boob, it's going to be your diet. No matter what your standards are, you got to raise that standards, even though you're leaner in other parts and you're leaner than most, right? And there's 3 must-do, you just can't avoid it. They're organizing principles when it comes to eating. I'm not talking about meal prep Sunday. I'm not stopping eating 6 times a day. I'm not talking about measuring food, but there are 3 organizing principles if you want to lose those man boobs, right? You got to know how many calories you eat. You got to be consistent with that 5 out of 7 days, 6 out of 7 days. Who knows, 13 out of 14 days, depending on you. And the majority of the foods, they're not entertaining. The foods that work, the meals that work, they fit your schedule, is going to eat that 60 to 70% of the time. It's that diet. Again, go to skiplacore.com/diet. All right, you know, I'll give you some more of those organizing principles. I even have a form if you want to fill out that questionnaire. I will help you, all right, fill this out. I've got a lot of ways to help you. Fill out the questionnaire at the bottom when you go to skiplacore.com/diet. Submit that to me. Have your phone number there. I reach out to you. All right, I'll reach out to you and I'll help you with that by text. I've been texting a lot of guys back and forth. Maybe I've been doing that with you. It's kind of really a cool way to connect with guys all over the country, right? So if you get that text from the 925 area code, that's me texting you to follow up because you took the time to fill out the questionnaire on skiplacore.com/diet. Diet, not overly ambitious, totally restricting your day, getting in the way of your busy, productive life, but those organizing principles, right? There are certain things you got to do, right? And those are the things you need to do, all right? Also, go to manformationworkouts.com. Manformationworkouts.com, I've got a members-only website. I want to give you instant access, lifetime access. All right, I'm going to issue a username and password. It has diet advice, diets, organizing principles, training routines, and many training routines that are specifically designed for older men like you and me. Right? We want to become the total package. We want to fit it in the context of our life. We want to use our willpower, focus, energy, and time efficiently. It's absolutely free. Go to workouts for these workouts for older men. Go to manformationworkouts.com. I'll put all those links at the bottom. Right? Fill out that questionnaire. Fill it out thoroughly. Right? Take your time. I remind you on a video when you're about to submit it because I reach out to you and I help you. Right? I love connecting with you, especially the men who know what they want. They take action and they fill out that questionnaire. Again, if you get that phone call, you get that text from that 925 area code and you knew you took the time to fill out that questionnaire, that's me connecting with you, taking our relationship to a higher level. I want to know how you're going along this journey. I want to be your coach, your friend, your virtual training partner, wherever you are in the world, right, to make this happen. All right, so that's how you get rid of the man boobs. I wish I could tell it was an exercise. You could just do 42 sets, high reps, and melt off the fat in that target place. It's not going to work that way, all right? It's going to be in that diet. Let's take that diet to higher and higher levels. Let's raise our standards, even if you look pretty good, so you can lose those man boobs. All right? Again, go to skiplacore.com/diet. See that diet, fill out that questionnaire. Go to manformationworkouts.com and get instant access into my members-only website. All right? All right, so when you're a little bit older, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We've got to take care of our health. Now is the time to do it. Okay, we got to attack our health, our fitness, our training, our eating with that sense of urgency. We also got to produce and love and connect with our family with that sense of urgency. We got more time behind us at this age than in front of us. I want to help you live with that sense of urgency. I want to help you take your training and eating to the next level. All right, so have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.